everybody. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. A quick announcement for you guys. We went for a walk to see our new house about 2 hours ago. Actually, about an hour ago. um, Once we got there, we looked through the window from the outside and we saw that our house has been painted. So they fixed the wiring and now they're painting all over the house. Like, started with the living room, bedrooms upstairs, also, yeah, like they did the bedrooms, the bathroom upstairs, the bathroom downstairs. Also right where the stairs are to the second floor, the kitchen. Did they paint the kitchen?
I think so.
All right, yeah. So they were painting in the kitchen, and I think maybe they might be doing something in the basement for our space where we're gonna put a treadmill, our washer and dryer. Maybe I can do it in the studio, like turn it into a studio as well, not just my laundry room and my home gym. So, yeah, our house is being painted. They did put the tarp on the floor so they wouldn't get the paint on the current tiles, which is like the wooden floor. So they decided to put a clear tarp on the floor, especially by the back door. They are doing the same thing. So um, we're getting our keys on May 18th. Hopefully, we will take the walkthrough as soon as as soon as the tour is done, like on the 14th. Maybe we can actually do the tour after my dentist appointment on the 14th. It's the same day at 11 a.m. for the tour of the house. And hopefully the manager, Jen, would say yes about that. Did you contact her?
Yes.
And?
I haven't heard back yet.
All right.
She's also very busy.
She's always busy. But yeah, so sorry about that, guys. Chris and I were trying to figure out how to get in touch with the manager of the townhouse to have a walkthrough to see how good our house is. So anyway, we have a new story for you guys. It's actually okay, so the episode that is called The Photograph with 8 People. That is so weird. But, you know, at least it's a ghost story, something to do with spirits. But, you know, we'll figure something out. Anyway, it's almost 7 o'clock. So, Chris is making dinner because that's what you see right there on the stove, right behind me a bit. My husband is making dinner, so we're having some mashed potatoes, maybe.
Yep.
And some chickens, maybe some salad to go with.
It's going to be chicken, potatoes, and corn.
That's exactly what we're having. We're having mashed taters, some chicken, and corn. So I usually have my tea with me, but sometimes I like to change around. I have my soda. I got my diet soda, like my Diet Dr. Pepper. Well, I got Diet Pepsi, but I'm using it with zero sugar of Dr. Pepper. So that's what I'm using. Good stuff. So anyway, let's get started on this episode. So I hope you guys are relaxing and getting ready for the story. Please let me know if you guys would like more than 15 minutes of this episode. If you guys want me to do an hour, please let me know in the comments down below. So let's get started. Get something to drink or have something to snack on. Get under the covers because this story can be very scary. So please click like, share, and subscribe. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here, and let's get started on the story. Okay, season 5, The Photograph with 8 People, episode 125. Lena had gone to her aunt Ruth's house to help clean out the upstairs attic after the funeral, expecting dust, old dishes, and too many boxes labeled in handwriting no one could quite read anymore. Her cousin David was always there by the time she arrived, along with Ruth's surgery, who had stayed on storage bins were. The attic smelled like cedar, paper, and cold insulation, and the narrow windows let in just enough gray daylight to make every corner feel finished. Most of the afternoon sorting through old holiday recipe cards. Thick decades ago, Ruth had never thrown anything away, which meant box opened into another small history. By the time Lena found the photograph, all 3 of them tired enough to stop treating anything such as usual. Changed the when David counted the people in the picture. It's kind of scary. I mean, I would have gone there and see what's going on, and maybe I would have found something, and well, maybe I would have come across with some kind of photograph of people from the past. Yeah, I would have, like Lena has been doing. But I think it's the courage thing to do for Lena. So let's continue. It was an old family photograph mounted on cardboard, the kind taken on a front porch with everyone arranged too stiffly to be comfortable. Lena recognized Ruth as a child right away, standing beside her brothers in a dress with a white collar and dark stockings. She recognized Ruth's parents as well, seated in the center, and after a few seconds, David identified 2 other relatives he remembered from much later family gatherings. But then he frowned and said, there were 8 people in the picture when there should only have been 7. Marjorie leaned in and counted again, slower this time, her finger hovering over each face. There they were, 7 known family members and 1 girl. No one recognized, standing at the far end of the porch with her hands folded at her waist. She looked to be about 11 or 12, wearing a dark coat far too heavy for the summer, clothing everyone else had on. This is the freakiest thing I have ever heard. Wow, if you guys ever had a photograph about 8 people and you never know what popped into that photograph, even though there was only 7. But if I found there's a lot of photographs of us in the past, but you never know who might end up appearing inside the photograph. Yeah. I would probably want to know what the fuck's happening. I would ask everyone in my family if they knew who would that person be in the photograph. Even my husband probably would want to know as well if he found out. So anyway, I don't have that kind of photograph, but I have a photograph of every person. There's like a couple people in the photograph, but not like a million of them. So there's a photograph of myself, my husband, and Santa Claus sitting at the Santa throne at the party when we had that Christmas dance thing a couple of years ago. So I took my husband to a dance party, the Christmas thing at the Eagles Club. So it was like the first time he went there and had a great time. But we didn't see any spirits when we took the photograph. It was actually fun. I used my phone to do that. So, but yeah. But I have not seen any dead people in the photograph. So anyway, let's continue on the story. We'll get to the questions once the story is done. I just hope this video can last maybe about 45 minutes, maybe almost an hour. So, but yeah, if you have any experience like that, let me know in the questions down below. Fearless, I hope you're watching this video. Please leave me a comment down below. You can always join us. If you ever want to be as my guest, you're always welcome. Please let me know. At first, Lena assumed it had to be a family friend who had simply been forgotten. With time, old photos often preserve faces long after names disappear, but the more they studied the image, the stranger the unknown girl became. She was not blurred or faint, like some accidental double exposure. She was as sharp as anyone else in the photograph. But there was something wrong with the way she stood. Her shadow fell in a different direction than everyone else's. And while the others squinted in the afternoon light, her eyes looked fully open and fixed directly on the camera. David joked that maybe Ruth had kept a ghost in the family album, but the joke landed badly. Because Marjorie had gone pale, she said very quietly that Ruth had once told her there used to be a child in the house no one wanted photographed. That's a little freaky and sad at the same time. I mean, remember the last story I read yesterday? It was something to do with a little girl dying, maybe at the cabin in a winter blizzard snow thing, you know. She died in a frozen, like cold night. And this is the reason why this is almost exactly the same thing. So, anyway, let me know what you think about this. Leave me a comment down below if you have any ideas about this story, and if you have any questions or any opinions, leave me a comment down below right here on live stream on YouTube. So just let me know. Anyway, let's continue on the story. They found that comment unsettling enough to keep searching in a lower trunk beneath old linens and a cracked leather Bible. Lena discovered a smaller bundle of photographs tied with ribbon. These were candid shots taken around the same porch and yard over several years. Children playing with a tin hoop, Ruth's mother hanging laundry, a Christmas scene by the front steps, a dog sleeping beneath a chair. In 4 of the 6 pictures, the same unknown girl appeared somewhere in the background. In one, she stood by the tree line with her hands behind her back. In another, she was halfway visible through a downstairs window, though no one had ever mentioned a guest inside. In every image, she wore dark clothing completely out of season, and in every image, she seemed to be looking not at the camera, but at whoever was nearest. The photographer, the longer Lena examined the photos, the more she had the sickening impression that the girl had not wandered into the pictures by chance.
Hey, baby.
It's really good, babe. She had positioned herself in them.
Your chicken will be done in about 4 minutes.
All right, sounds good. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a sample of the mashed taters that my husband is cooking right behind me. So, yeah, we're having dinner as soon as I'm done with this episode. But anyway, yeah, something tells me it's a coincidence about this. I hope you know what we're dealing with. It's a little strange, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys, anyway, just let me know what you guys think. So I'd love to see your comments, and I would love to hear what your story can be, and it might be related somehow. Please let me know. Let's continue on. That evening, after Marjorie left, Lena and David brought the photographs downstairs and spread them across the dining room table. The house felt different. After dark, less like a family home and more like a place holding its breath. David called his mother to ask if she recognized the extra girl, but there was a long pause before she answered. Finally, she admitted that years ago, when Ruth was young, people in the family whispered about a neighbor child who had died unexpectedly and afterward kept showing up in odd ways around the house. Supposedly, Ruth's mother hated hearing such talk and forbade anyone from mentioning it, especially near the children. The family explanation was always that grief made people imagine things. Yet David's mother also admitted that Ruth herself had once refused to sleep in the upstairs bedroom because she claimed a girl in a winter coat stood at the foot of the bed asking why no one would say her name. This is so sad that a little girl had passed away in the next door when Ruth was just a little kid. Man, a mother refused to tell anyone about it because she is afraid what could happen. No wonder why, because she just can't handle that pressure. So no wonder why she forbade anyone to talk about it and mentioning the young girl's name. We don't even know what the little girl's name. So when this little girl had died next door, there was a child who died. So, but we don't really know. So we can figure it out why this little girl ended up appearing in every picture of everyone. So in a little freaky position. So let's continue on. This story is almost done anyway. So we are about 22 minutes. So let's continue on. Before we do the questions, if you have any questions about this, please let me know. And don't mind the timer. Our dinner's probably done by now. So anyway, let's just get this done before I start eating my supper and working on my project like I always do. I had to clean my house for a little while, like a few hours ago, but I accidentally got the wrong Swiffer. So I got this Swiffer at the Dollar General. It was supposed to work, but apparently it doesn't work. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is, I guess. So I'll have to buy the one that runs on water. So, anyway, let's finish the story. So, neither Lena nor David slept well that night. Lena stayed in the guest room and woke sometime after 2 a.m. because she felt sure someone had opened her bedroom door. The room was dark except for the hallway light, spilling faintly through the crack, and for several seconds she remained still, listening. Then she heard a soft rustle, not from the hall, but from the corner chair where she had laid her sweater. She reached for the bedside lamp and switched it on. Resting neatly on the chair was the old porch photograph they had left downstairs on the dining room table. Lena stared at it without moving. The photo had changed. The unknown girl was no longer standing at the edge of the porch. She was now seated in the empty spot between Ruth's brothers, as if she had always belonged there. Oh man, this is getting creepier and freaking creepier. If you had anything like this experience, or like photographs literally changing positions, like a spirit of the little girl inside the photograph like moving constantly every time for no freaking reason at all. Would you have witnessed anything like this? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys would think about the story. And do you guys think it's related to all this in real life? Please let me know. It might just be an actual story, like, I don't know, unreal. Let me know. The next morning, David believed her immediately because one of the smaller attic photos had changed too. In the Christmas picture where the girl had once stood outside near the porch rail, she was now visible inside the house because the family, with one hand pressed flat to the window glass, neither of them wanted to touch the photographs after that. They wrapped them back in the ribbon and sealed them inside the cedar box, which David later stored in the basement rather than the attic, because as he put it upstairs felt too close to where she wants to be. Lena never found out who the girl was, but she remained certain of one thing: she had not been trying to get into the family photographs. She had been trying to get into the family itself, one image at a time, until someone finally noticed there was room for one more. It sounds like a spirit is trying to communicate with the dead. The dead girl is trying to communicate with the living. She's trying to get someone to notice the photographs and how they change each time. So, wasn't this scary? I think so. It can be. Thank you. So, yes, my husband even agrees to that. So, anyway, if you guys have questions, let me know. If you have any answers to that, leave me a comment down below. I would love to talk about it, trying to get some answers for you guys. I just hope that you know what it's like to see things like that and witness it at the same time. So let me know in the comments down below. So let's get started on the questions. We've got 10 questions. So bear with me, guys. I am trying to get some answers, but I just wish that these answers with questions and the story can make sense out of it. I'm just trying my best out of it. So let's get started. What would unsettle you more, the extra girl in the photo or the pictures changing later? Well, that's a good question, guys. What I think is the photo changing its position and the little girl inside of the photo. Like the extra girl, the spirit of the little girl who died years and years ago. Like when Ruth was a small little girl, like age of 5 or 6 years old or something like that. But yeah, somehow this child just wanted to be noticed, even though she had passed away. But still, What is your opinion, guys? Let me know what you think about this, and leave your comments down below. Just let me know. I'll try and see what we can do. So let's go to number 2. Why do you think the unknown girl kept placing herself in a family images? I think the reason why she's doing this, it's because she wants to be noticed. She wants to be remembered. She wanted people to know her name. She wanted people to say her name, but they couldn't because they're too afraid what could be unhinged or like, I don't know, unsettled or something like that. Everything would change if they say the little girl's name. I don't even know what this child's name, so it's not in the story, but the little girl is in the story, but her name is not written in the story. So what do you think about it? What makes you think? I mean, why do you guys think that this child wanted to be a part of the family? Maybe it's because in life nobody wanted her. She wanted to be part of the family, but they couldn't afford to keep her. No wonder why she died. So let's go to number 3. Would you have kept searching through the attic after finding the first photographs? Yes, I would. I would get some answers either way. I mean, I would literally want answers if I found something like that. If I found more shit like that, I would literally want to continue investigating all this, get answers from people even though they're too afraid to talk about it. The reason why maybe Lena found the photographs, it's because she wants to know who this child really was and why she keep appearing in every photograph that was taken decades before, like many years before. So I would really want to know too. Let's go to number 4. Do you think the girl wanted recognition, family, or revenge? Well, yes, she wanted to be recognized. They're too afraid to recognize her because they didn't want anything like ruined or something like that. The aunt, I think, was too afraid what was going to happen. So I don't know. She liked keeping quiet because she was too scared. So she didn't want to hear it because it was annoying to her. So that's why Lena pressured her aunt to admit what happened in the past. So yeah, let's go to number 5. We have 5 questions before I sign off. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Are you brave enough to listen to all this, or are you guys are like, I don't want to be in this situation. I don't like listening to this. That's why I'm tired of watching the show. That's okay. No worries. If it's not for you, then you don't have to listen to this story. You don't have to watch the show. That's okay. I don't mind. Anyway, let's continue. So here's number 5. Why do old photos make ghost stories feel more believable? The reason why is because it's can be relatable. It's believable because it's based on real life events. And these stories I've been reading, obviously, based on real stuff. And it's like a portal to another spirit world. The reason why I'm doing this is to help all the spirits move on into the afterlife, find peace, find what they were looking for, like their families and friends, their loved ones, all of that, and connect with the creator who created everything: humans, animals, insects, waters, and trees, and everything. That's the reason why I'm doing this. Also, to get recognition. I love this job, and it pays well. It pays the bills, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. So let's go to number 6. What would you have done after finding the photo moved upstairs? I would keep investigating. I would try to figure out who this child was. Maybe talk to people and get them to admit it, what really happened and who this child really was. What was her name? What was the age? And how did she really die when she was a little kid? Like, literally. I would continue on until I get the answers, till I get all of the evidence. So, let's go to number 7. Do you believe images can hold more than memories? Yes, it can. It's a memory, whether you like it or not, but they're still memories and they just want to be remembered. Photographs are a part of us, okay? You cannot just deny them. You cannot just ignore all that shit. It's a part of you. No matter how deep you want to forget, but they always come back. It's a haunting. They're memories. They're a part of us. You can't just forget and move on, but they're memories. They're a part of you. You can't really escape it. So, but my answer is yes. They're a part of us. They're memories. They can hold everything, especially your old house. Yes, it's a memory. So, it is what it is, but it's a memory that I would want to forget sometimes, but also want to remember. I have to investigate everything so we can move on with our lives. All right, let's go to number 8. Why do you think the family refused to say the girl's name? Well, it's probably because they're too afraid what the child's ghost can do. No wonder why. Aunt Ruth probably is just afraid. She can't handle all that kind of pressure. I don't know why, but she's just literally scared to death. So I would continue on asking people who this little girl really was. If they did say her name could have been Sophie. If it was Sophie, it would be heartbreaking if no one ever said anything about it. It's just so sad and heartbreaking about it. I would continue investigating all this. If I were Lena, yes, I would. All right, let's go to number 9. Would sealing the photographs away solve anything? No, it doesn't. It's like a spirit is angry that nobody wants to talk about it or reveal any secrets. The reason why they keep secrets about it because they're just frightened. I don't get it why they keep doing this. If I were Lena right now, I would literally continue investigating it. I would try to get Aunt Ruth and everyone else admitted what happened in the past. How did she die? Why they can't say the name and why they can't solve anything. Just get everything put away and just move on. I think they're just afraid. They knew what would happen, but they're just afraid. So let's go to number 10. We are on the last question before I sign off. This video is a bit short because it's in the 40s now, so we're on 41 minutes. Yesterday we were in 52 minutes, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's go with one question before I sign off. If you found yourself added into a photo that had already been taken, how would you explain it? Well, if I found myself in a photograph 1,000 times, I think maybe if I wanted to explain how I got into every photo that was already taken in the past, I would probably tell them that I just wanted to be a part of the family, you know? Even as a ghost, I just wanted to be acknowledged and noticed and remembered. I just wanted to be loved, protected, and, you know, that's what I wanted if I were her. But it would be very paranormal as well, but I don't have any words for this one. Okay, so it's about 7 p.m. It's like 7:21 p.m. We are out of time, so I just want to say thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys are participating on this. I haven't seen any of your comments since I got this computer to start my podcast, like actually continue doing my podcast from home every evening. So I would love to see your comments down below and what you think about the stories and the questions with the answers. I really would like to see that. So I could be very disappointed that you guys haven't posted any comments on live stream. So we are in 43 minutes right now. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Ghosting with Anya. We have a new story for you guys tomorrow night around same time as always. It is called The Bells in the Nursery, which is episode 126. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And please leave me comments down below and what you guys think. So I gotta go get something to eat and work on my podcast by tomorrow. So I will be working on it tomorrow, but I would love to hear what you guys have thought about what I said right here on live streaming. So have the rest of your night, and we'll see you all back here ghosting with Anya tomorrow night around 6 p.m. So yep, so please click like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Good night. Bye.